They say that the more you learn, the less you realize you know. I would argue the exact opposite is true. When I was a kid, I knew pretty much absolutely nothing, and everything was confusing and nothing made any sense. Now things make the slightest bit of sense. But of course, before we start the video, it's time for something random. I'm going to wrap myself up in Christmas lights. Oh wait, I already did that. Start the video. What happens when you die? Intro. Now the reason I'm remaking this video is because there's a really big point to be made here, but people aren't catching the point. So I figured out better ways of explaining this video, and now I think everybody will catch the point. Now there's three major explanations for death, all of which happen to be wrong. The first explanation is the theistic and religious explanation, where they know specifically what death is. But all of this information is based on shaky evidence. It's much like the Google ads you would see, where you have a 16-pound-a-day diet pill. If you have an extraordinary claim, you need a lot of really good backing evidence. The second major explanation is the scientists and doctors explanation. This is that death is total nothingness forever. It's oblivion, end game. This explanation fails for the same reason the theist or religious explanation fails. They're making an extraordinary claim without providing substantial backing evidence. In order to know that death is oblivion, you would need to know the exact variables that cause you to exist and what's going to happen to these variables over time. We know there is some correlation between our existence and our brain, but you don't know that time will not reproduce your current brain again. And we also don't know if it's possible to exist within a different brain. And we also don't know if it's possible to exist without a brain. There could be some other type of non-brain-based form of existence. Now we're drawing closer towards the truth, which is the philosopher's definition. And the philosopher's definition is usually going to be, I don't know. We don't know, we can't know. And if all I had to tell you was, I don't know, then this video would be over by now. But I do know. Here is my painting. It's a blob of blue ink and a blob of red ink. Can you tell whether there's more blue or red ink on the painting? I cannot, and I am the person who drew it. Now, using a computer, I want to put a random dot on this painting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick a random x coordinate and a random y coordinate, and then place the dot appropriately. So there it is. That's my random dot, and it landed on the blue color. You now have to bet your life on where the next random dot will land. Will it land on blue or red? Does it not matter which one you pick? Pause the video and think for a moment. The correct answer is blue. The random dot is most likely to land on whichever ink covers the most space on the page. And since the random dot landed on the blue paint, it is more probable that the blue paint covers a larger surface area on the page than the red ink. Therefore, when we place the next random dot, it will most likely land on whichever ink covers more space, which in this case is probably blue. Therefore, you should probably bet blue. Okay then. So how is this relevant in any possible form? You, and I mean specifically you, the person watching this video, are the random dot. The red paint is non-existence and the blue paint is existence. The nature of the universe is random, and an unknown probability causes you, and I mean specifically you, the viewer, to exist. If the probability of your non-existence is higher than the probability of your existence, most likely you would not exist. Based on the fact that you did come into existence, the probability of your existence is most likely higher than the probability of your non-existence. Death is a random event with two possible outcomes, existence and non-existence. Which one are you going to bet your life on? Literally. If you like this video, subscribe, share, like it, etc. And If you have a video request or question that you'd like me to make a video on, leave it in the comments below. And if I can do it, I will do it. I actually do all the requests, so have fun with that. How many philosophers does it take to screw in a light bulb? 2.